Hello everybody, it is Gino back. I know I've been gone for a long time. It's been about a year since I made a video with you. And I really apologize about that. As a lot of you know, Western North Carolina, where I live, is the area where the storm was very, very bad. Many people in this area died, and just a couple of miles over the mountain, that direction, people died. Okay, a couple of miles that direction, people died. A couple of miles that direction, people died. So I've actually been under the weather as well. The storm brought a whole lot of weird things with it. It brought rats and bats and all kinds of crap around here that we've had to deal with. Plus the rebuilding process and effort has been a long one for everybody. The good news is, hopefully, I'll be better for a while and we'll be able to do some more cooking videos, because it is now time to start back. I have a kid getting ready to go into college, another one, so as you can imagine, he needs some recipes. So I've got one very, very easy recipe for you today. You already saw on the opening there, you already saw what I've got laid out here to use, and you might not understand it, so I'm going to show you. So if the camera will follow me right over here and show what I got, I have a Hormel Complete, and I like the beef pot roast one. That's a very good one, because this beef pot roast has carrots and onions and beef and potatoes. It has everything that you would want in a meal. Okay, I have a Stanley thermos here that most people probably already have on hand. It could be any brand. It doesn't have to be a Stanley. It just you need a thermos. Okay, you'll find out why in a minute. And some elbow macaroni. I don't care what brand. I don't represent this brand. It doesn't matter. Any brand of regular elbow macaroni that cooks in 9 to 11 minutes will be fine. So, you're saying, Gino, come on, man. What is this meal going to be? You're going to find out it's going to be really, really good. The bottom line is, for a fill-in meal, that Complete is good. It's a $1 or $1.99 or something like that at Walmart or anywhere you want to go get them. They're just right at a couple of bucks. But that is not much of a meal. It's not. It's not. So, I don't know about you, but I like a bit more of a meal than that. So we're going to spruce it up with the elbow macaroni. And you mix the macaroni, or you cook the macaroni, and you put the Complete on top of it. You got a full meal, everything. You got your carbs. Well, you got potatoes in here, which are already carbs. But we're going to have a little bit better of a meal, a more filling meal. For what? $2.50? Come on, man, you can't go to McDonald's for that. No, you go to McDonald's for a meal now, it's like $10, $12. Come on. Now, assuming you're drinking water, of course, but tack on another $1. So you got $3 into a meal compared to going out and having them make it for you for 12 or something. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do some more Trucker's Lunchbox cooking here pretty soon as well. Yeah. We're going to do that right now, here in a minute, in fact. Okay, so I'm plugging in the Trucker's Lunchbox here. We're going to let this heat up a little bit. I'm going to take the lid off of this, take all of this stuff out. Don't need that today. Okay, we're going to put some warm water in this Trucker's Lunchbox. Now, I'm going to say something. You don't need a Trucker's Lunchbox. Okay, this is just part of the ease of it for now. You can cook your Hormel Complete in the microwave oven for 1 minute, you could do that if you got a microwave. I'm just giving you ideas for other things because this could be multi-purpose. Okay, if you're out on the road and you're in the car or something and need a meal, well, you got some bottled water, put it in your trucker's lunchbox, and if you got one of these completes or something in the car, stockpiled back in your survival kit, you put water in this and put this in there and let it heat up, which is what we're going to do today. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put that aside for now, and we're going to start filling this thing up with water, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, we're back from that little break, and I've done a couple of things. I have measured out some macaroni noodles here, and that's about 3/4 of a cup. You may have a little extra left over. I am not sure at this point. I've done this before, but I usually just throw it all in and have a whole lot of macaroni in there with a little extra carbs for a growing person or for someone who has to go to school. Okay, so what we've done here is we've got the trucker's lunchbox, and we're going to add some more hot water to it. We've already got it warming up. So I'm going to maybe put a little bit more hot water in there because I want it to come up on the side of the, there, on the complete. Now, I'm going to take this complete right here and open it up. And what you have to do is you have to take a knife and poke a couple of slits in there. So, we've done that. Okay, so you want to be careful and not put too much hot water in there because you don't want it running up to the top of this thing. Alright? So we're going to add this complete in here. That will keep the complete from burning the bottom. Okay? Now I've already measured out the noodles as I've told you. So, what else am I going to do? You're wondering what this dang thermos is for. Here's what the thermos is for. You're going to take the lid off of that. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the coffee pot. Or you could do it in another measuring cup in the microwave oven. It doesn't matter. And we're going to get some scalding hot water. Okay? And by the time this is done, your macaroni ought to be done. No, Gino, what are you doing? You're trying to cook in the thermos. Yeah, I've done it many, many times. These things will actually cook. Now, you could put ramen noodles in here. You could put macaroni noodles in here. The key to it is you just put the hot water in there and you let it sit long enough and it will cook. In fact, I have done ramen in a coffee maker before. All you do is you put the ramen down in a container in the bottom, and like the pot, you know, the carafe you use, and you just take your coffee filter out and just run plain scalding water through there, and in 15 minutes your ramens are done. Instead of boiling them for 3 minutes on the stove, they soak up that scalding water and they're fine. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some hot water and from the coffee maker, and I am going to put it in this, or like I say, you could heat the water in the microwave. It doesn't matter, but you can use a coffee maker to do it. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back with you in a second. All right, so we got our water here. We got like 2 cups of water, all right? And we're going to set this aside, and we're going to go back over here to where we're doing stuff, and we're going to take this thermos. We're going to pour the noodles in there. So we're going to pour our 3/4 of a cup of noodles down inside the thermos. Very carefully, you don't want to spill it. All right. Now, that's ready to go. We're going to add just a tiny pinch of salt. a very, very tiny pinch of salt, just so that that'll soak the water up good into the noodles. Put that in there, and then we're going to pour this water down into the thermos. And make sure it covers those noodles. Right there we go. Now let's make sure it's okay. Now we're going to put the lid on real quick. This is the one thing you want to make sure the lid's on here. Okay. And we'll set all of that to the side. I'm going to put the lid on the trucker's lunchbox here and let that continue to heat up. Let's see, this thing's always a little funny with me to get the lid on there and snap right in place. But that's what we're going to do. And, whoop, what's up with that one? Okay, there we go. So, we're going to take a little break and we'll be back with you in about a half an hour. About 30 minutes we shall return and we will see what we got to work with. Okay, so we're back. Now, I got something to tell you. That water that you put in that thermos got to be really hot. Okay, it's got to be steaming hot. Fresh from the coffee maker, or if you take it out of the microwave, you want that water boiling, okay? Otherwise, it's going to take a little bit longer than half an hour, okay? Just let you know. That happened and we had to readjust. I had to go another 15 minutes with hotter water in there. All right, so this is done. First thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the water out of this. Now, I know I don't want to film up the lens, but if you look there, if you can see down in there, I don't know, but it's very, very hot, very hot. Still, it holds its heat very well, we'll say. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this over to the side, and then I am going to drain this. I'm going to pour the noodles into here and strain them. Okay. And sometimes you might need a little help getting them out because they have swelled up quite a bit and got stuck in the bottom down there. So one other thing you might want to do is add just a pinch of oil to it so they don't stick in the bottom. So I'm going to get all of this out of here and I'll be right back with you in a minute. Okay, we've finally gotten all this out. So hey, that's a valuable lesson I had forgotten. Make sure you put a little oil in there also with it so it doesn't stick in the bottom. Yeah, you'll be digging it out. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. All right, so we got all that out. We're going to move that out of the way. Now, we got it strained, and so we're going to pour this down in here. So you see, we lost a little in the sink, but that happens sometimes. So those noodles are done. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to go over here, and we are going to unplug the trucker's lunchbox because it has had at least a half an hour to go, and it's going to be quite hot. So yeah, you can see there it is hot. Now, how am I going to get this out of here? Because I don't want to touch that hot water. Oh. All right, you got to be real careful getting this out of here. I better use the tongs. because that's hot. So we're going to get this out, shake it off and get all that water off, and we're going to scoot this over here out of the way. All right. Okie dokie. What do we got to do here? Now, I'm going to reach in the drawer and I'm going to get out a nice spoon, because we're going to try this here in a minute. I don't like that spoon. I like a regular spoon. A little meatier spoon for Gino. Now, all you got to do is be very careful and pull this apart. And sometimes they're wet and slippery, and you also got to be careful because it's very hot. But these things bother me sometimes coming apart, but that's good. That means they're good and sealed. But younger people won't have a problem with this, but an old guy like me is having a little bit of issue. So in order not to get burned, I'm going to get an oven mitt. How's that? And we're going to open this thing right up. I'm not going to worry about it. All right. Well, okay. All right. We're going to do it a different way. If that ever happens to you, what do? We take the knife out of the thing, and we'll just cut it around the edge. How's that? And open it up that way. There's always a workaround when you're cooking. And one method is not always right all the time. And so from there, I think we can probably... Something else is you don't want to leave your good cooking knives in water, because it'll ruin them, especially if it's $100 or $200 or $500 set of cooking knives. All right, now we're going to pour this right over the noodles, like I said. Now, we're going to mix this together. As you can see here, we're going to mix that together. Oh, look at that. We're going to mix that in. So now you actually have a full meal. You actually have noodles, you have your pot roast, and this is going to be a filling meal. So I'm going to give this a taste test. Now it's really hot, so you better be careful. I want to get a little of everything in there. A little piece of meat in there. And blow it. Better blow it. I don't think this needs any seasoning. And if it does, I'd just say a fresh crack of black pepper. That's good. It is thoroughly cooked. Now, one thing to remember about the Hormel Completes, they're safety sealed. They're already completely cooked. You just need to heat them up. So however you want to heat them up, that's up to you. If you got a problem and you're out surviving even, well, you get a pot, put some water in it, boil it over a campfire or whatever, put that thing in it and let it sit a while. Put a lid over it, let it sit in a Dutch oven of some sort with boiling water. You're heating it the same way. It says 1 minute in the microwave, which works. So this is a recipe that's good for anybody. Anyway, take another look at that. That is pot roast with noodles from a Hormel Complete. I mean, just look at that. You got everything there. So, that is a good meal for a college kid. It's better than just ramen, huh? Ramen gets old after a few thousand times, I'd say. So spice it up with a little Hormel Complete and some freshly cooked macaroni noodles, and mix them together for the extra carbs, because you're going to be doing long days in college and toiling and need some extra energy. So did you like that? Well, anyway, that's a nice filling meal for a college kid, because you're going to need those extra carbs and all of that stuff to keep going during the day. So let me ask you a question. Did you happen to find the Easter eggs? There's several of them in there, not just one. Some people call them in the video world bloopers. I don't call them bloopers. I call them little hidden gems to keep you looking at my videos. I might just do that every time to see if you're really watching, because I need to get those watch hours out there. I hardly have anything because I've been sick for a while. I need some watch time going on so that YouTube knows that I'm somebody who needs to be on there. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I don't even need to be here if nobody cares. But I think I'm helping somebody. So anyway, look for the hidden gems and post it in the comments down there, over there, up there, wherever the heck it is on your screen. Let me know what you think. Try the video. Let me tell you if you liked it. It's a simple meal, and I think you'll like it. It tastes really well. Really good. Really, really good. So, all right, till next time. Gino Preps is out for now. Take care, everybody. See you later.